Look at this. Is this another slapper day? Let's slap a number right here. What do we got?
It is number 362, y'all.
300. You know, that's more than 361. Wow.
It is, yeah, a bit.
That's still more. It's still more. Doesn't matter how much. It's still more. It's just,
yeah.
We are Blaggards. This is our weekly talk show, SlapperCast. Delighted to have you here. Did you know this is the #1 rock and roll podcast, interplanetary, stratospheric, all-time #1 rock and roll podcast? Here we are, SlapperCast. We're glad you're here. You're lucky to be here, and nice to see you on this chilly January afternoon. How you doing, young Smalley?
Good. Yeah, the cold is weird. I think I'm always prepared for it, and when it starts creeping in, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. But yeah, it's been fine. It's not that bad. It could have been worse if there was actual precipitation in this neighborhood I'm in. I've seen some other areas north of us have been getting snow and sleet and all kinds of crap. But
does that mean you've been outside?
No, it means I was looking here. No, people posting about it.
He's an indoor cat, ladies and gentlemen. He is an indoor being. He doesn't go out. I haven't been out of shorts and t-shirts, and it's been 20 degrees here or whatever it is, and it's 19 or 18. We got a lot of rain, which froze, and then we got thunder, sleet night before last, and then we had just insane weather pattern. So given a few days of cold now, tell me now, once and for all, hot or cold? Go.
Cold. I like cold.
Year round? Do you take this year round?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I take the heat.
I mean, I like a little bit. I'm just thinking about when I lived in New York, and it was just nice. I did really like those months where it was, anywhere between 40 and 60, and after, I mean, the extreme cold does get tiring after a while. And if it gets down in the 20s for weeks at a time, I remember referring to like when the temperature would get up to like 35, 38, 40 degrees, I would refer to that as t-shirt weather because I was acclimated to it back then. And now it's like, I was just going to the grocery store the other day when it was like 30 degrees. I was like, God damn it. It's just my body's not used to it anymore. You know what I mean? Like you've lived in places where it gets, obviously you lived up north for a while when you first came to the States.
I lived in Boston for a couple of years. It was the winter just absolutely humans are not supposed to live in that. I'm convinced of it. I just remember getting off the T in Government Square and heading towards Faneuil Hall. And I did have longish hair at the time. Wasn't as long as it is now. But I do remember walking into Faneuil Hall and the sunglasses I wore for eye protection and the teeth in my head I wore for food protection. I walked into the thing and it felt like my whole head was going to explode with the heat, with the cold heat and the heat. My hair just felt it was. It's not meant for life form at all. I mean, even a frozen pizza would tell you to fuck off. Just be no. This is ridiculous. So I wasn't a fan. I loved it. I love the heat, but again, I do love the cold too. I haven't been out of shorts, and as you can tell, I'm wearing my best winter lone feather shirt.
Yeah.
Incidentally, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, friends, foes, freaks, we have this band Lone Feather, as you can see, well named. There's no the. Lone Feather, Houston trio, just down dirty, great songwriting, sinfully good rhythm section, tonefully terrific guitars, and just well crafted songs. There's going to be a show coming up very soon with us Blaggards and Lone Feather. We're going to do a show together where it's going to be all original tunes. There's going to be no covers, no nothing. We're just going to go back and forth. We're going to do so. We haven't nailed down the venue yet. We have a great idea where it's going to be. And there's also going to be another little gem that we're going to add to this lineup. So it's going to be a midweek show. It will be an early show, and it will be all original. So Lone Feather, Blaggards together. And
Excellent.
it's going to be something you haven't seen us do this in a while. We haven't done an all original show, I don't think ever. But we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to play in a format that you haven't seen us play in a while. So I'm leaving it vague. Let's call this VagueCast, Vagrant Cast, Vagermeister, Darth Vader. Anyway, this is a vague SlapperCast podcast. Vague. I'm also going to tell you this. We've got Ireland coming up. And why do I keep saying Ireland every week? Because we can't announce the date, because there is a higher up that we're speaking to. And not our Lord and Savior. I'm talking about a higher up, a musical higher up. And we're just trying to hit this mark. We're trying to get this date. Once we get this date, and we can announce this date, we can announce the tour. So we are working. It is going to be in October. A very slight chance it might drift into November. However, October, end of October, that's where we're looking right now. And if we can get the higher up, the musical higher up, to nail this down, we're in business. And it's going to be something very, very exciting, as it is all the time. And this will be our, I'm going to say 12th annual tour of Ireland, worldwide tour of Ireland.
Yeah.
1, 2.
I believe that is correct.
Yeah. That's not as many podcasts, but it is definitely more trips to Ireland than most of you have taken. So here we go.
Yeah.
So on SlapperCast, episode 362. Very good. Just seeing if you're hanging in there. This is an announcement that I don't have to be vague about. I'm going to announce it right now, right here, this moment on SlapperCast, episode 362, your weekly podcast with Blaggards. This year, 2026, in March, yours truly has been asked to be the Grand Marshal of the Houston Paddy's Day Parade, which is such an honor, and I'm so grateful to the crew that were blackmailed that asked me to be the Grand Marshal this year. So this is it's a thrill, it's an honor, and it's a privilege, and it's just a delight to be asked. So I want to thank them all extremely. I'm extremely grateful to be asked, and so we're going to announce there's going to be the dinner on the Sunday the 8th, and then 14th is going to be the parade, and of course it's wonderful family friendly event, and just couldn't be happy, and could not be more privileged and honored and all that stuff to be asked. So thank you very much for that honor, and it is a delight to this town that I love so much to be even included in it. So just a delight. So thank you very much, and thank you for letting me rattle on about that. 2026 is the year.
And if you want to support the parade, we're going to be playing, as we do every year, for many years, we're going to be playing the benefit they put on, the Irish Stew Cook-Off at, I think it's White Oak Social is the place, the same place we were last year. Really nice venue. It's like a wine bar with a nice patio. I'd never been there before we played there last year, but we're going to be there again on, it's the 14th, Saturday, 14th. February 14th. Yep, there you go.
And that's another great family friendly event, and it's also pet friendly, and great opportunity as well to win. There's usually a chance to win a big, huge wheelbarrow full of alcohol, and they're great prizes. And Ginger just does an amazing job putting this whole thing together. And we're hoping to see Fio y Loco, another incredible Houston band, and of course Godfrey's Rangers, the longest running thrash metal duo. What's so funny? They're more death metal these days. With all the political happenings, they're a little bit more death metal, a little more black metal. But Godfrey's Rangers, and they're always a delight. I think we had Traveling Murphys there last year. We're going to be doing a lot of work with the Traveling Murphys this year, which coming up here on SlapperCast episode 362. Actually, not this episode, but very soon we're gonna have a young Kevin Murphy of the Traveling Murphys on here, and we're also going to have the lovely Julia and Cameron from Home Sweet Farm. We talked to them this week as well. So everybody's been there's been a little discombobulation on the in the area with the weather. A lot of places had to close down, and a lot of businesses were shuttered because of the bad roads. And it being Texas, if it gets close to 30, they start shutting shit down because they're not equipped to handle 40 degrees. Never mind 30 and 20. So
Yeah.
it's kind of comical.
Yeah. Northerners are always laughing at us.
And rightly so. Rightly so.
Yeah. I mean, what they don't understand is that, yeah, you said it, that we don't have, people here don't have snow tires or I mean, we've had some pretty, what are to Houstonians like catastrophic snow events, to Northerners, like people in Boston would just laugh at it. Like, that's ridiculous. Come on. But we just don't have the infrastructure to handle it here. But it is kind of funny. It's just at the drop of a hat. Well, close the schools. It's going to be, 30 degrees. Can't handle it.
Yeah, and then the cold front stalls and everybody's stuck. The parents that don't have childcare have to stay home with the kids. Their schools could be open, but they just called everything early. It's a crappy roll of the dice, and it's always a crappy ending. And but they have to be safe and blah blah blah. But it's got to be really annoying for those people with kids stuck home and they're missing. It's just it's not funny, but it's aggravatingly humorous.
Yeah. It's great if you're a kid. One of my fondest memories when I was a kid growing up here in junior high, we knew it was about to snow. I think it was sixth or seventh grade. I was in the middle of French class in the middle of the afternoon, and there was rumors going around that they were probably going to shut the schools down if it started snowing. And I was in French class. They had our teacher had the blinds drawn. And right in the middle of the class, the speaker, the intercom comes over, somebody announcing something from the office. And we went, what? Because we couldn't see it was snowing outside. And as they were announcing that their schools were closing, he went over and pulled the blinds up. We could see this huge flurry of snow coming down, and we all just cheered. And we were all immediately released from school. We could walk home. Those moments are magical, but yeah, it's not as easy for the parents who are staying home with said kids released from that school.
Yeah. I did notice there was a lot of empty shelves where the NyQuil used to be. So I think the parents are getting pretty. So let me ask you this: a couple of weeks back, young Smalley, there you did the Impaler set. Have you been working on anything else? Is there anything new coming? What have we got?
Just now. Yep, just now I was working on another original for my Patreon account, and it's going to be. I'm intending to do this week. I'm going to put a song out for everybody to hear. Probably put it out on Facebook first, and then actually start distributing it, on Spotify and all those things. So I figure I've got these demos. At some point, I will re-record some of these things, freshly. But a lot of these demos sound really good. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to put them out now. I've been putting a lot of work into what I've been doing is taking these old demos, a lot of which were recorded on my Tascam decades ago, and kind of giving them a lot of TLC. I hate that expression, but going in and adding things like piano and organ to them, remixing them in a way I wasn't able to do before, and putting a lot of work into it. So I was like, you know what, these are, I think a lot of these sound good enough to actually put out. So that's when I'm rather than fussing, I always thought, oh, I need to wait till I have bass and drums on this. But a lot of them don't really need that. So I think I'm just going to.
So is there going to be another page? Is there going to be a separate page for this stuff? Is this going to be?
There is, yeah. There's going to be a Facebook page popping up. It's actually already exists. I just haven't pushed it out there yet. Chad Smalley. Yeah. And I'll be dropping my middle name for this because I couldn't have it twice on Facebook. Facebook forced me to make that decision.
Huh. So it's an Impaler free title?
Yeah. No Impaler. Impaler suggested. You just have to. Yeah.
Okay. It's implied. It's not. Okay.
It's implied, right.
And have you done any more work? I know that you did some stunt double work for Vladimir Putin, when you're shirtless horse riding. Have you done any more of that?
No. No, they haven't asked me back.
Okay. Well, I guess you were facing the wrong way. That was a big no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the and then also what we've been talking about for weeks now is we've I don't know. We also haven't mentioned that Frank or Turbo are not here, and that's the reasoning is very, very, very simple. Frank couldn't be bothered. and Turbo went to see Cher. He wanted to talk to Cher's plastic surgeon, and so they're having a little meeting. So when Turbo gets back, he's more than likely going to be a woman, but he's still gonna be a shit hot drummer, and he's we're looking forward to seeing what transpires with the when he comes back, sharingly, glaringly, staringly more red than before. So that's all I can tell you. But Turbo will be back very, very soon. Actually, we're getting ready to jump in the van and drive out to Parker, Arizona. Where the hell is that? That's where the only solar-powered bar that I've ever heard of exists. It's called the Desert Bar. Great name for a bar in the sand. And it's solar-powered. It's only open from noon until dusk. And we're going to go out there. We're going to play some rock and roll Saturday, Sunday. We're going to come right back. And it's and then we're going back out there in February. Yeah. Who writes this schedule, man? This is just ridiculous. Then we're going back out there. We're going to go out to Havasu. We're going to go out to Bullhead. We're going to go out to back to Tombstone.
Yeah.
So just very, very, very cool stuff coming up. I'm working on a Midwest tour, summertime, possibly even Christmas. Watch out for that. Like I said, we're so the Impaler or Chad Blank Smalley working on his stuff. I have we've all been in this weird transition where some of us have been working on the live record, some of us have been writing original material, and others have been writing original material, but some of us have been writing it for Blaggards, and going to have that. I got to do a side note here. It just dawned on me this second, and if you rewind the tape and you look very, very slow, you could probably see where the smoke came out. That's where it was. But I have found some of you are probably too young to, you're probably too young to remember this actor. Looking at you, Kelly Navarro, but there's an actor called, okay, I'll start again. I'll come in again. There's an actor, you can't, okay. There's this person that's been in movies called Steven Seagal. And I found this channel. And years ago, I wrote, this is back in the day we used to write something on Facebook, like just, hey, like Chad would say, it's just another, Impaler Sunday. And there's a picture of, like 30 women just lying around in sweaty bliss. But I put on there one time that I think I just finished a huge meal or something, and I'd said that I was going to start some kind of eating dojo, and it was going to be called No Sensei, and I hashtag Steven Seagal. It was just something really goofy and very, very silly. And the other day, this not Slapper Day, it was I guess every day is Slapper Day, depending on when you hit play. But I came across this thing, and it had Steven Seagal's face. Now, I don't know if you've seen me with a ponytail, but after lunch, I can look a lot like Steven Seagal. If I have the little glasses and talk like a whisper and don't make much sense and move your hands real fast. I've got to find it. Just I have laughed so much at this, and probably too much at this. And he's of course he's a fucking Australian, but he's an Australian guy that's narrating these Steven Seagal movies. Because I used to always just find it hilarious. Above the Law, Marked for Death, Shoot to Kill, Aim to Please, Pistol. Just all these horrible 3-title Marked for Death, and just these. Terrible, terrible, terrible movies. And he's anyway. I've said too much. I've oversold this. I've way oversold this. But I have laughed so much in the last couple of days watching these fight scenes broken down by this Aussie, and maybe I'm 30 years late to the internet, but it has tickled me so. I cannot breathe without when I see this guy.
So he's just adding commentary to the films. He's not. He's just
No. It's like a Mystery Science Theater. They'll show the whole bad movie and they'll sing and they'll dance and they'll do their little thing throughout. He does not. He'll take sections of it, but he also he's mastered this. He's mastered the Seagal, the Steven Seagal acting technique, where because he got rather. And again, I'm not making fun. I've got a guitar in front of me to hide. But people, as they get older, sometimes they get a little larger. And Steven Seagal is definitely he's not missing any meals. We'll put it that as my dear old dad used to say. He goes, yeah, he could put away the groceries.
Yeah, I love that expression.
I do too. Because as a kid, I was always thinking that he'd be coming home from the shops and putting the stuff away. And then I was like, no, wait a minute. Yeah. I got it one day. Okay, slow kid. Good. All right. And I'm laughing so hard. I'm crying. This is so funny. It's so funny to me. And again, we can cut all this out, but it's just been so brilliant to watch. I've seen all these movies. All these movies were made in the 80s. And they're so bad that they're good. It's not an Arnold movie is bad, and but it might have been good at the time. Steven Seagal, his movies were bad at the time, but you couldn't look away because it's that slow car crash that what's going. But it's so bad, and anyway. And it didn't dawn on me that this guy, in his later years, would fight sitting down and would shoot most of his scenes sitting down and grunting, and just because he was getting large. And then he became a cop in Louisiana, and he would take on this, for lack of a better term, this ethnic sounding urban a dialect, and this guy is not an actor. He's just anyway. Again, I've said too much. I keep going down these alleys and I can't get out. So I'll leave on this note. I have to say, it's worth every second of your time to look this up. I'll see if I can find you but it's just, if you just look up Steven Seagal, I mean, it's probably the most watched shit on there. But he calls them Sensei sausage fingers. He calls them the slagging and the attention to detail and the way that he captures the stunt doubles, because the stunt doubles always walk away and there's this tall, thin guy, because I think he's 6'4". I think he's but he always walks away and there's this tall, slender being. But then he's sitting down in a room interrogating somebody and he's this large guy with the little glasses, and it's hysterical. Anyway, and I say all that because when I have my hair in a ponytail, I can look a little Steven Seagalish. I just need to work on he's got that. It looks like somebody blew a smoke ring of coal and it landed on his face and never left. He's just got that.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, so I again, this is way too long, and I've oversold this. And if you go on there, you might be disappointed. But I laughed so hard for so long, I had to mention it today on SlapperCast. So,
all right,
there you go. Anyway, I'll try to find one and send it to you, and we'll see if we can put a clip in.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it in the show notes. What about you? Do you have any other solo gigs coming up?
I don't have it. I have a few things in the works. I spoke with some people about doing some stuff. So, but I've also been writing for our original show.
Yes.
So there is some stuff, and it's we're just gonna have to play it. We have to get together and play it. Like I said, Turbo has been doing his thing. Let's not share that information, CHER, that information, but he's been out of commission with the weather and whatnot. It's been a little bit of a ghost town as far as progress here in Camp Blackguard, but we are for some very, very interesting stuff coming up. The calendar is going to look great this year. We're just, like I say, we're hitting the road. We're going out to Arizona for a couple of shows, then back, and then we're February looks great. And we booked our beloved Home Sweet Farm for the whole year. We have a Pirate Festival coming back up in October. We have we're working on a Christmas show. So that's not for last month. That's for next December. And so that's going to be a whole bunch of new shit and old shit and Christmas shit. And I was reminded of I've got a very, very bad joke, but I'll keep it for closer to the season. But anyway, okay. So we do have we have a lot to get to. We just Houston. We cannot wait to see you at the cook-off coming up, the stew cook-off. And I still think there's time. Chad, if you would please put that information up here. I think there's still time to enter, and it's a great competition, and it's a great event. And like I said, I'm just thrilled and honored beyond words to be asked to be this year's Grand Marshal of the parade. And I'm gonna have to do something nice. I'm gonna try to throw some kittens up in the tree and then get a camera crew out and save them. So so they'll have something that they can say I did. But very happy for that. And we're looking forward to hearing some Impaler tracks. Yeah, and then join us. We'll be on the road. Come with us.
Yeah.
It's going to be
If you haven't taken a look at Blaggards.com in a while, we've a bunch of dates up there that weren't there a couple weeks ago, and there's tons more still coming. So we're just getting started here, but it's been really fun populating that calendar and getting all these events up. It's like, yes, here we go. So yeah, look at the site now. It's like just piling up. It's a good thing, beautiful thing. It's a
great feeling. So let's do this. Let's meet back here for episode 363. Saying backwards and forwards. What's that called? It's called another SlapperCast.
Palindrome.
So that's coming up, and we're gonna have our all our friends on here. We're gonna talk to our friends from Lone Feather. See, Nova, just Lone Feather, Loan me a feather. Yeah. We are going to have. Did I mention that it's a 3-piece? Just Houston, down and dirty Houston rock and roll. Oh, you got to check out Lone Feather. Good friends, great music, and I'm really looking forward to doing a show with them with a twist. So here we go. Yeah. Well, right. Shall we? Let's call it a slap. Let's slap it, and please check out our calendar. Come see us. We're gonna have some new T-shirt. Everybody needs a new T-shirt. We're going to have some new T-shirts coming up, and we're going to also have, like Chad said, we're going to have all the dates are going to be piling on there, and come see us before we're dead. It's going to be fun.
All right, y'all. See you next week.
Cheers. Thanks for tuning in.